Coming up on UT 10 News, students will soon be able to take classes 1,700 feet in the air.
And a local group is inspiring change in the Toledo community.
Plus, Guyton Matthews has highlights from the downtown Toledo doubleheader. Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nadine Armouche.
And I'm Samantha Muirhead.
Some breaking news. President Lloyd Jacobs was admitted to the University of Toledo Medical Center on Sunday.
He reportedly had symptoms of a slowed heart rate from a heart block and underwent surgery to insert a pacemaker. This comes after the news of the president's resignation in 2015. He is expected to return to office at the end of this week. UT is teaming up with rival Bowling Green, and reporter Cody Wright looked into the new opportunities for rockets to take flight.
BG has had an aviation program since 1978, and come fall, UT students can get their flight technology degree without transferring through the Northwest Ohio Aviation Education Consortium.
The program itself is associated with a 4-year degree, so students will go through and they'll earn private pilot certificates, and they'll do that along with their 4-year curriculum.
This program is a joint effort between Toledo and Bowling Green, allowing UT students to complete their degrees using BG's airfield. The program will take a maximum of 12 UT students, but that number is expected to soar to about 2,500 within 4 years.
You're not going to a classroom every day, so your classroom is actually, 3,000 feet up in the air.
If you're interested in a degree in flight technology, talk to your advisor. From 1,700 feet in the air, I'm Cody Wright for UT 10 News.
Bowling Green also played host to the 13th annual Cherry Blossom Festival on Sunday afternoon. These celebrations are held across the U.S. in the spring. The UT Japanese Club and the BG Asian Studies program started their festival in 2002. Around 500 people from the UT community, Findlay area, and even New York honored Japan's national flower, which symbolizes the start of new life.
When the cherry blossom starts to bloom and people have a chance to go out and then enjoy the nature, for the first time after the long winter.
The Japanese Spring Festival will make its way to Ohio State University on April 19th. Over 600 students and the community joined Sigma Phi Epsilon for their annual Stromboli dinner. The fraternity made over 1,100 Strombolis in the Greek village on Thursday. The group was working hard to help one of their own, former President Stephen Falkenstein's daughter.
The biggest thing for me was just showing a brother in need that we're here for him.
The fraternity raised more than $12,000 for 2-year-old cancer patient Emily Falkenstein.
On Friday, the Center for the Visual Arts held a special exhibition.
And I had the opportunity to see some seniors' final pieces of work.
The BFA thesis exhibition serves as an opportunity for a select number of art students to showcase their best work from their college career.
This exhibition is like going from 4 years of undergraduate out into the real world.
This year, the students split the work into 2 exhibitions where much of the art is part of a larger body of work that students have been making, some for as long as 2 years. Senior Caitlyn Witt talks about what makes the BFA program different from other art programs.
The main difference is the connection you build with your professors and how much you learn about yourself and how that makes you make better artworks.
The exhibitions will be held in the CVA main gallery until the end of the semester.
8 students will graduate this May with a Bachelor of Fine Arts.
The African People's Association brought African royalty to campus on Saturday. Over 200 guests enjoyed a night full of live performances, dancing, singing, and spoken word. Stand-up comedian Conmi also made an appearance, and sponsor Young Fashion Boutique displayed their line.
It's just a really lovely display of African culture and just another aspect of UT that you may not see, every day on campus or in a handbook.
The University of Toledo's police department will be hiring new officers over the next 2 years. The department is anticipating a few retirements to happen soon, which is why they are looking for replacements. Anyone interested in these openings must meet these minimum qualifications and apply online by April 16th.
You are required to do a number of sit-ups, number of push-ups. There's a strength component to the test, like bench press and a 1.5-mile run.
Finalists must also pass psychological and polygraph exams, as well as written and oral testing and a thorough background check. Last week, local citizens held signs on the intersection of Dorr and Secor, but it wasn't for money. In September, 2 people founded the group Sign of Change to spread happiness in the community by holding signs with positive messages. They usually hold signs in fall and spring, weather permitting, for several hours during the day. A former UT student came up with the idea.
I saw some beggars or homeless people standing out there, and I kind of did it as a social experiment to see how people would gauge like a positive sign and see the people's reactions were, and it was positive, so we kept doing it.
The group also holds signs at the intersection of Holland, Sylvania and Airport Highway. A nationally recognized spoken word sensation took the stage at Dorman Theater on Thursday. Reporter Zainab Shaib was there.
150 guests came to snap their fingers Thursday to some poetry. Campus Activity and Programs, also known as CAP, hosted Stella's Playlist, a night where students can express their poetic and musical side on stage for the second time this school year.
Last semester we had it in the Student Union Auditorium and we had such a great turnout. Students were enthralled about having their fellow classmates, their cohort perform.
Over 13 UT students have been preparing since January to perform at the event. The nationally recognized spoken word sensation, the Asia Project, came to show off his work all the way from Florida. Some of his poems the Asia Project performed were related to childhood memories, embracing your flaws, and his testicular cancer. Stella's Playlist is a great opportunity for students to bring their creativity to the stage. I'm Zainab Shaib for UT 10 News.
I'm Guyton Matthews, and this is your UT 10 Sports. While most of our Toledo Rockets were off playing in Illinois and Indiana, Toledo's professional sports team faced off in hockey and baseball games in a doubleheader this past Friday. First, I caught up with the Toledo Mud Hens during opening day at Fifth Third Field downtown.
Go Mud Hens! Go Mud Hens! Go Hens!
Over 12,700 Mud Hens fans came out to enjoy America's favorite pastime despite the cold and rainy weather. Toledo has been celebrating opening day with the Hens since 1965. This year's season kicked off with a matchup against the Louisville Bats.
Love the Mud Hens, love Toledo, fun stuff.
The honor of officially opening the 2014 season went to the families of the 2 fallen Toledo firefighters. The Hens battled the Louisville Bats and fell short, ending the game 1-3. Toledo will play the Indianapolis Indians at home tonight and tomorrow at 6:30 p.m.
And as the Mud Hens were opening their season, the Toledo Walleye were taking on the Fort Wayne Komets Friday night. Hoping to end their 2-game losing streak, the Walleye took to the ice to heat things up. Starting off the game, Gleason took a wrist shot right after the faceoff, but was blocked by the Komets' miser. Fort Wayne's Matt Carter makes a pass to Brandon Marino, who tips it in for a goal, putting the game at 1-0. With about 35 seconds left in the first period, the Walleye's Sholanoff scores a goal to bring the game to a tie. Fort Wayne's Aaron Clark tries to get the lead with a pass from his teammate, but gets denied by Toyman. With the goal scored in the second period by the Komets' Sitlowski, the game stayed close until the last few minutes of the third period. In the last minute of the game, the Komets' Chris Auger scores on an open net to put the score at 3-1. Komets' Mike Imbach ends the game with a drop pass to Aaron Clark, who slides it past the goalie with less than a second left. The Walleye continue their losing streak, ending with a score of 1-4.
That's a tough weekend for our Toledo pro teams, Guyton.
Yeah, it was. But on the plus side, the Rockets softball team won 2 out of 4 games, while the baseball team won their series against NIU 2-1.
Thanks, Guyton. That's it for UT 10 News. For the latest breaking news from campus and bios from all UT 10 reporters, go to our website, ut10news.com.
And you can always watch our award-winning newscast on YouTube and Facebook, where you can get caught up on all of your campus news whenever you want. For Samantha Muirhead, Guyton Matthews, and all of our crew, I'm Nadine Armouche. Have a great week and stay tuned for more news from the UT campus.